Hello again. In this video I'm going to show you how to sew a skirt with gathering. Okay, first of all I need an avatar. Double click on avatar. And then I double on my pattern pieces. And I sew them together with the segment sewing tool and the waistband with the end-to-end sewing tool. And then I place my pattern pieces on the avatar. And then we can start the simulation. Here we can lift it up a bit. Turn off the simulation. And then we can draw a seam in the front. I take the internal line tool and create a line. One click to start. And double click to end. Here with a little nice curve. If we have a symmetrical front part, we have to break up the symmetry. Otherwise everything happens on both sides. For this, right click and remove linked editing. And just delete the second line and cut the skirt here. Right click and cut and sew. After that we can define where the gathering should end. There is a point with the add point tool. You can add points with the right click and you can enter an exact value. Here I enter now 430 millimeter. I do the same on the other side. First I make the segment point to a curve point, so right click on segment point and then convert to curve point. After that I want to add width. I take the fullness line tool. I start with a click here where I want more width and then the opposite side. Then I can enter a value here and where it starts. Maybe 450. I do the same on the other side. Here I have to change the direction to end and confirm it's okay. And then we can make the gathering with the elastic tool. I select both lines and go to the elastic. Here I can enter how much percent the line should gather. I leave it at 80% and start the simulation. After that I create a parallel line with 7 millimeter on each side for the tunnel. Here I have to delete the extent, that it ends on the segment point. Then I start the simulation again. And if you can't see the gathering, you have to change the particle distance to 5 or to 10. Then I create a rectangle with the width of 14 millimeter and sew it onto the line. I make it as long as the other lines. I make a line for the middle and move the internal line tool. And then I sew it on. And then right click in the 3D window and superimpose over. And then I start the simulation. This pattern should have a very small particle distance so that it lays nicely in folds. After that, we can sew on ribbons. And to do this, I simply create 2 rectangles. And internal lines that lie a bit above the end. And there I sew on my ribbons. And down here we can add a cord end. Simply drag and drop it and click here on the glue. And then on the ribbon, you can place it with the gizmo a bit. And we're done. If you have any questions, please let me know. And see you.